First thing I'd like to do is congratulate Drexel and Denise Dillon for a tremendous season and a tournament. I thought they played outstanding, and Denise is a personal friend of mine, and she's a very class act, and have the utmost respect for them. And it was a tough game, but I'm really happy that we completed our task, and to be 21-0, through the regular season and through the conference championship is a huge accomplishment. Not many teams can say they've done that in the history of this league, and this team has been on a mission from day one, and today, finally, we completed what is stage 2 of our goals. We had the regular season championship, and then obviously the tournament champion, and then we want to go into the NCAA, and we want to try to win a game in the NCAA, something this program hasn't done. So we're still on our mission, but this certainly feels really, really good, and I'm very proud of my kids.
Okay, questions? Start. Beth, go ahead.
Tina, what did you feel like you guys did really well in the second half to just kind of take charge of things? I mean, it was pretty rough out there, but I mean, it seemed like your kids did a good job of kind of, I don't know about ignoring that, but doing the best in that kind of situation and making shots when you had to.
First of all, Kevin, I want you to enjoy this as much as I enjoy it, because I spent many, many years with you, so I just want you to enjoy this, and you should. But I thought in the second half, it was a tight game, but we were able to get Elena out on the perimeter a little bit more, and they doubled, and then she could see teammates, and then our kids, Lauren Corral was knocking down shot after shot and making them pay, and this one over here to my right, Akima, was penetrating, and, we got some defensive rebounds, and we got out and ran. And once we can run, we get in our comfort zone, and then our offense just kind of rolls after that. But it was a combination of all those things. Lauren hitting shots, Kima driving to the basket, getting Elena some touches where they could double team her so she could give the ball up. Then she got a couple looks that she knocked down, and it just kind of rolled from there. But we tried to emphasize to our players just to play solid defense, get defensive rebounds. If we come up with a steal, Drexel doesn't turn it over very much. If we do come up with a steal, make them pay. And then, and then offensively, I thought we were patient. We actually made some adjustments in the huddle, and like Danielle Parker did a great job of screening. Jocelyn Bailey did a great job of screening. Kayla Miller ran the team real well. I just thought, again, it was a total team effort. I mean, everybody pitched in, and everybody did their role. And so that's what I thought was the turning point. Just, being able to get some shots in transition, and then these guys going to work with Lauren hitting that three and 3-pointers and Kima, and then Elena knocking down shots as well. It's been that way all year, though. This is a team. I mean, you don't go 21-0 and win the regular season and win the conference tournament unless you are a team. And so I think this finally answers all those questions.
Front row here.
To the players and, of course, Elena, a coach has gone through a few of these tournaments. What does it mean to you to be part of the first CAA champion in school history?
It's amazing, and we're all just so excited. And after last year leaving that court with an awful taste in our mouths, we worked extremely hard in the off season and really came together. And this is just everything we've been working for. And I really feel like we're deserving of this, and it's so exciting to share this with such a close-knit team too. And obviously Coach Martin is awesome. We love her. She's our leader, and to get this with her and to be the first team to do it with her means a lot.
Would you mind?
Go ahead, Keem.
Just to go back on what Elena said, I mean, we did definitely put in all our effort into the off season, came in, worked hard, worked on our weaknesses and our strengths. So I mean, we are close as a team, and this win is just love. It's just lovely, and I'm just elated right now.
I'm going to? Yeah. Okay. I would have, just going off of what these two said, we set a goal in the beginning of the season to be CAA champs. That was our main goal, and we accomplished it through hard work. And I mean, we were up at 6 a.m. in the summer. We were on the track. We were doing so many things, and that all paid off for us today.
Right here.
Well, you had said before, I mean, this is kind of where it started last year, right? I mean, that run, plus the motivation from that one.
Yeah, I mean, last year when we left here, it was a terrible feeling. walking back in here, I mean, it just hyped the entire team up, knowing that we have another chance to come back here and do what we wanted to do last year.
Okay, there, yep.
Elena, it seemed like, they were very physical with you during the game, and at one point, like after they got a technical, you were kind of laughing a little bit. Can you just kind of talk about the physical aspects of the game and how did that overcome that?
All season long, playing against Drexel, it's definitely a very, very physical game. And at halftime, Coach Ortiz said to me, you know what, you're going to get hit, deal with it, and finish. There's no way around it. So that helped a lot, gave me a lot of confidence coming into the second half. And it was very physical, and when they finally called a tee, I was very happy about that because I don't want people to get hurt, And when things like that are happening, throwing punches, it's not basketball. So I was just happy that they were going to keep the game clean and let us just play the sport.
Vicky.
Yeah, Elena, I've kind of made a history of studying Coach Martin and her expressions sometimes. I don't see her smile a lot. What is it like to kind of see her celebrate the way she did after that championship?
It's awesome to see that smile on her face. The reason she's not smiling is because she's always so focused and trying to prepare for that next game. So I completely understand that she's just extremely focused. But to get her this championship really means everything to this team, and it's awesome that we were the ones who were able to do it. And we're so excited for ourselves and for Coach.
Right here.
Elena, when you came back, this must have been exactly what you envisioned. I mean, I know the story's not over yet, but you feel like you completed a big part of it.
Definitely. Like Lauren said, the CAA title was our biggest goal after losing last season, and I really feel like we started our run as a powerful team at this gym, and we just didn't finish it in the championship. So when we came back, we got that feeling. We realized what happened last year, and it motivated us coming back into this gym, and we knew we weren't leaving without a championship.
In the back.
At halftime, did any of you get a sense that it was going to be kind of a similar down to the wire last second shot type of game again? Did you ever imagine that it was going to kind of just gap out the way it did?
Me or? I was confident at halftime because we've been in these battles before, and our non-conference schedule also prepared us for this. I mean, playing the teams that we played. So, and even when we played the game at Drexel, which we won by 1 point, there wasn't any panic. I felt like at halftime we had to make a couple adjustments, which we did offensively, and we just had to stay solid. I mean, they only scored, 16 points at halftime? I mean, that's great defensive effort. And I told the team, the defense has got to remain solid, and this is what we need to do from an offensive standpoint. We needed to push the ball more, and they took some chances at the end of the game. That's why the lead ended up, they were trapping after every rebound and taking some chances, and we made them pay. We got some layups, and we executed and attacked their pressure. So, but Drexel is a very good team, and as I said, I have a lot of respect for them. But no, I didn't feel that it was going to come down to honestly, I did not. For some reason, I don't know why, but I felt confident at halftime that the kids were going to follow the game plan and do what we needed to do, and that's exactly what these players did.
Kevin.
Elena, big picture for you. Does this just kind of reconfirm once again that everything kind of happened for a reason for you? And wow.
Yes.
It turned out pretty good.
I wouldn't want it any other way, and I wouldn't want to share it with any other team. So it's been the perfect road for me, and I'm so thrilled that I followed it.
Stay right here.
Lauren, Elena kind of already touched on their physicality, but they're also physical with you too. How did you respond to that, to dealing with the big shot?
I think that little timeout we kind of had there after the double technical was called, and they're looking at the video screen, everyone on the bench was just saying calm down and keep your head in it. The coaches were, the people on the floor were. I think I just had to take a step back and just relax.
No.
Elena, between the two championships, you went off to USA basketball last summer and had a great summer. How much did that help give you perspective and help you maybe play with those players that you're going to run into the NCAA tournament?
This summer gave me a lot of confidence, not only in my game but in my leadership skills as a player. And I think all of us are extremely confident headed into the NCAA tournament, and I really do feel like we can compete at an elite level and compete with all the teams in the country. So we're ready to go. We're ready to prepare. Obviously, we're going to take this in and enjoy it, but we're ready.
Kevin?
Coach Mark, going along with what Elena was just saying, going into the NCAA tournament, what will be your biggest challenge and what will be your biggest advantage? Obviously, you don't know who you're going to play yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest challenge, is not knowing. And then it's the mad scramble to get film and, try to figure out who these people are that we're playing and travel arrangements and, all that kind of stuff. But I think that that will be the biggest challenge, is just knowing who it is. And the advantage is that this team just won a championship. And so they've been under, and I'll tell you what, they've been under such pressure. I thought that before we played Drexel the second time, well, I don't know. I can't speak for the players, but I started to feel the pressure a little bit, to be honest with you. Just from the standpoint of, game in and game out, everybody was like, basically saying, is Delaware going to lose, or we're going to beat them? Like, even schools in our league where, a lot of people went in the media and said, we'll get them on round 2 or get them on round 3 or whatever. And, and I wanted it so much for this team. So I thought that game was the only game that we really played tight, if you will. It was another physical game, but I felt like there was no pressure after the regular season was over. Once we went undefeated, then it was a matter of hunting, and I told this to the team, we have to hunt our championship. You guys have gone through the regular season, we're regular season champions, now we're going back to being the hunters, because we haven't won a CAA championship, and it's our time to get our CAA championship. And the players took that and just ran with it. So I think going into the NCAAs, they've been through a lot. That's our advantage. They went through an undefeated regular season in the CAA. Certainly the one loss to Maryland, I think, will help us in the NCAA tournament. We've played some of the big names, the Big East, the ACC, and so now we just have to sit and wait. And obviously, I think this team is battle tested. They've taken a lot this year, all different defenses, and they've just stepped up and they got it done. And we're champions. And that's what I told most of the players when I was hugging them. You're a champion, and no one can take that away from you. And not only that, but we're undefeated champions in the CAA. So it feels really good.
A couple more here. Okay.
Tina, you've been here for 16 years,
Yeah.
obviously. To win the championship like this, is this kind of how you always imagined it? Or?
I don't think you really imagine it when you're in the moment. I think it just kind of happens. And, we won the America East Championship in 2001. But this is on for me anyway, it's a different type of feeling because of so many things that have happened. Obviously we pulled all different personalities together, from when Elena first came to Delaware, to Akima, to Treme, to Lauren, a true freshman, to Danielle Parker's ACL. We've been through so much. And my other championship team, they didn't have as many struggles, if you will. This team has had to really persevere and, really step up to the plate. And I'm just so happy for these kids. This one feels really special because of the circumstances that we came through. Everybody talks about last year, but last year was such a broken year for us from the standpoint of we didn't have Akima, we didn't have Treme, we didn't have Kayla, she was injured all year. Elena was sick half the year. I mean, it was a roller coaster, and we pulled it together at the end and almost pulled it off, considering that we really only played about 14, 15 games together. So I was just really, really proud of this team for showing that they really wanted it through the summer and into the fall and working so hard. These kids, all of them, 1 through 15, a lot of them made personal sacrifices. And kids like Jocelyn Bailey, who, didn't start, but, played, obviously came off the bench for us and accepted her role. Vanessa Kabongo accepted her role. My seniors, Sarah Acker coming off the hip injury, you couldn't do anything all summer, but accepted her role this year. All these kids, Megan McLean, I mean, my seniors, they accepted their roles, they were into it for the team, and that's, I guess, the thing is, no other team I've ever coached has gotten it. And what I mean by that is gotten the chemistry, has gotten the team bonding like this team does. They truly, truly care about one another, and they've just really worked really, really hard. So this one feels really special. And obviously we were undefeated too.
One more? Anyone? Mel, go ahead.
Keila, having been in West Virginia, what attracted you to Delaware? Was Lena already in play here, or were you coming in?
Excuse me. Well, on my way here, I knew Elena was here. I mean, that was a key piece to me coming. But meeting the coaches, Coach Radice and Coach Malcolm, Coach Martin, was another reason why I came, because they made me feel comfortable as soon as I stepped on campus. And I felt like I would have a great opportunity here doing great things.